G'day everyone, welcome back. I wasn't going to make a video today, but I've had something on my mind for a very long time. It's a question that we've all asked ourselves at one point in time. Are we important in this universe? Are we significant? Now, I've been thinking about this question for about 40 years. Obviously, this is my point of view, but I think that we are important, but for one single reason only. And it's not a very positive one, but nonetheless, it is a reason. But before we get into that, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for your help again. I'd really love to hear your thoughts and input. I think it's a really interesting subject to talk about. So let's just start a conversation. Okay, so why do I think that we are important? Most scientific-minded people don't think that we matter at all, because of the mind-boggling size of the universe, and also the distances between galaxies and the age of the universe, which is just too great for us to matter, because we've been living here on planet Earth for a very short amount of time compared to the universe. The Milky Way is about 120 million light years across, but what does that mean? So let's say you'd be traveling on a fighter jet going at 2,000 miles an hour. It would take you 34 billion years to go across the whole Milky Way, which is twice the amount of time that the universe has actually existed. So if you compare the size of a human being to the size of the universe, we are very, very, very small. However, if you compare the size of a human being to an electron, we are about in the middle size-wise compared to our galaxy. Let me explain. I was watching something really interesting the other day on a channel called Epic Spaceman. His videos are absolutely awesome. I've put his link in the description, check him out. It's a lot of fun to watch. So here's a little bit that I really liked.
We are small, but we're probably a lot bigger than you think. We tend to put ourselves at the bottom of the scale, but that ignores the universe under our noses. The world of the small is as vast as the stars, and that is an accurate statement. This is an electron. It is very small. I've made it bigger here, obviously. It's part of an atom. It's so small it's considered a point, not a sphere. So this is just a crude model of a kind of maximum size of an electron. With that in mind, in terms of scale, an electron is to a human what a human is to the Milky Way. So if you ever feel lost or small when you contemplate the cosmos, just remember that to an electron, you are a galaxy.
So how can we be significant? Well, if you look at our level of technology and achievements in such a short amount of time, it's kind of strange when you really stop and think about it. Just 300 years ago, people lit their homes with candles, traveled by horse. Then, out of nowhere, something clicked. Steam engines, factories, machines that could do more in a day than 100 people could in a week. That was the start of the Industrial Revolution, and honestly, it changed everything. Within a few generations, cities exploded in size, trains connected continents, and we learned how to turn coal and oil into pure power. It was dirty, noisy, and chaotic. By the early 1900s, we'd cracked electricity, built airplanes, and were communicating through radio waves. In the span of one lifetime, we went from riding horses to flying in the sky. And then came the 20th century. Cars, televisions, rockets, computers. The internet came along, and that was a whole new leap. Suddenly, information wasn't something you had to hunt for. It came to you instantly. And now, we're teaching machines to think. Artificial intelligence, quantum computing, genetic editing. It makes you wonder, if we've come this far in just a few centuries, what will we look like in another 1,000? We would actually have the technology right now to destroy the Earth permanently. And then you might say, well, what does that matter? We're just one little planet. Okay, so when we think of the universe, it's really hard to imagine how big it actually is. It might actually be completely infinite. So let's just take it down a notch and just talk about our galaxy. But the point is pretty much the same. Okay, so right now, think about it, we could destroy the Earth permanently. Let's say if we detonated all of our atomic bombs at once, that would pretty much destroy the Earth. However, I mean, you might say, well, the Earth would eventually recover, after a billion years or something. But what if we put all of our nuclear bombs on the moon, dislodge the moon and make it crash into the Earth, for example? This is something that we could actually probably do right now. Okay, so if we destroy the Earth completely, what does that matter in our galaxy? Well, not much, but it still makes us pretty significant, I think. Let's fast forward maybe in a million years from now, we might actually have the technology to destroy our sun, therefore destroying our solar system. So I think that makes us also quite important, not in a good way, and then let's fast forward to maybe a billion years from now, because if we can destroy a sun in one solar system, we could destroy them all, therefore destroying our own galaxy. Now, if that doesn't make us significant, I don't know what does. It's not a very positive reason, but it is a reason nonetheless. And that's why I think that we do matter, but not in a good way, like I said. So let me know what you think about all this. This was just a quick, short episode. I didn't have a script or anything. It was just something that I was thinking about. So but thanks for watching. Cheers, and see you next time.